Hi drummers, hope you're well. So continuing our little series here of basic grooves for beginners. This is the shuffle, the regular time 8th note shuffle, and it goes like this. Okay, so the big idea here is we've got that cha 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 cha, sometimes described as 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato. It's got that kind of classic shuffling or swung feel. The basic coordination of playing this groove, at least the basic version of it, is just like when you play a straight 8s feel, right? Or a basic rock beat, one of the grooves we do right at the start when we first play. So the number of notes you play, the coordination and everything is the same as this. So your bass and snare play 1, 2, 3, 4, and that represents one bar of the music every time you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 bass drums, 2 snare drums in the bar. The snare drum is playing what we often refer to as a backbeat, right? A big hit on beat 2 and beat 4. So this all boils down to the hi-hat or potentially the ride cymbal or wherever else you're playing that da 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 kind of feel. So we say there that the quavers or the 8th notes that we're playing, in my case on the hi-hat here, are swung. In other words, the and, in fact there's 2 ways of describing this I would say. The and is a little later than normal or later than in a straight feel. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and becomes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the other main way to describe it is if you think of a triplet feel, right? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Well, each time we're playing on the beat, like for the 1, and then the let, missing out the trip, missing out the middle one. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. That's the feel, man. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. I normally count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and because it's less of a mouthful. But the 1 triplet is a pretty good sort of visual image, I think, of being able to count it and feel it, and quite helpful for a lot of people. So 1 da 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 da. That's the feel. Now, as ever, we start slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the name of the game here is feel, man. You just got to feel your way with that lovely shuffling feel. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. When beginners, I've spent a lot of time working with beginners over the years, and one of the things that often happens is beginners are a little bit thrown off sometimes by the very beginning when you first start playing. Literally on beat 1. Beat 1 is one single hit, right? 1. And then from there you go and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So the 1 itself to get you started will be hi-hat and bass. And then you'll go and 2, so hi-hat on its own, hi-hat and snare, and 3, hi-hat on its own, hi-hat and kick, and 4 and so on, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Does that make a bit of sense? I'll go real slow, real slow, because again, not everybody, and I know for a lot of people, who watch this channel, you'll be way past this point. But remember, for a lot of beginners, they really do ask me to play this super slow, man. So I'm going to do this one time now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, let's pick it up a bit. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4 and 1 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 So like all these things on drums, it just takes repetition and practice. Assuming it's your right stick, take your lead hand or your left stick if you're left-handed, and just play this and play this and play this, man. Like playing it on your kit as part of a groove is great, but also just playing that lead hand on its own, getting a feel for that is absolutely massive. The tune we usually use when we first start is Don't Stop by Fleetwood Mac, so feel free to stick that on. Have a little groove along, even if you're just playing the hi-hat part at first, man. Feel is everything on this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Make sure you can lock that in and groove it along. And get that going. Now, normally what we do in the sessions that I teach is once we've got the groove going with any particular type of feel, we then do a little loop, right? So here we'll do the usual thing of 3 bars of groove and 1 bar drum fill. Now, what sort of drum fills do we play when we're playing a shuffle? Well, there's a few different options, but probably the main thing is to play triplets. Like I mentioned earlier, the shuffle can be thought of as being based on the triplet feel, right? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Missing out the trip each time. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So when you hit your fills, often a good idea is just to go for the triplet, and that kind of undercurrent that's running through the groove anyway is sort of revealed even more on the drum fill. So this will be our drum fill at first. 3 hits on each drum. Okay, so we'll play 3 bars of shuffle groove, and then we'll play that. Sticking wise, just a quick note about this: you can play single stroke like I'm doing there. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. That works fine. It does mean that you have to switch the stick that moves first as you go around the kit, but for a lot of people that's fine. Another alternative is to play what we call a bounce triplet: right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left. Or some other combination. Here I'm going to play with good old single stroke roll. Here we go, man. We'll start slow. 3 bars of groove, 1 bar of fill. 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and drum fill. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drum fill. Okay, let's pick it up a little bit. 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, faster. 2, 3, 4. Drum fill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Cool. So pick your speed up. Good old age-old practice you can do is slow to fast to slow to work on your top speed for this, but also, of course, putting on music and make sure you can groove it along nice and steady as well. Absolutely love this feel. Age-old classic. So this is a drum series for beginners, but don't be fooled by this. It does take quite a long time, I would say, of playing this groove and really sitting with it to truly master it. I remember I had a book when I was a kid. I forget which book this was, but I remember clearly the wording, which was like the shuffle is often said to be the true test of the working drummer. So the idea being most drummers can sort of sit there and go, when you've got to go. And make it really groove and feel good, man. Everyone's sitting there like nodding along, loving it. That's the true test. And guitarists always say this. Like, there's so many guitarists that I work with. They always say, "Oh, like, you know, we had a drummer last week, and it was all right on the straight stuff." They always say, but then as soon as the shuffle came in, yeah, it was a bit wobbly. Like the guitarists love that, I suppose, because guitarists, you know, especially if they're into their blues stuff, the shuffle feel runs all the way through that, you know. So the guitarists love to hear that really solid chump, cha-cha, cha-chum, cha-cha, cha-chum, cha-cha, cha-chum. People often say to me, "Oh, I struggle to play a shuffle fast. Any tips?" Yeah, you got to build it, man. You got to build it. You got to build it. You got to build it. I think people are wildly confused sometimes about how speed works. You drill it. You build it. You get that stick in your hand, on a pillow, on a cushion, on your practice pad. Of course, when you're on your kit, all the time playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And as you get faster with it, In fact, I've got a couple of videos about getting faster with the shuffle, which I'll link to you below. But you can think of the note on the beat with your right stick or lead stick on the hi-hat as being like a little flick, man, almost like a little molar downstroke, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to kind of propel it along, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And also, I would say your fingers come in underneath to help out on the second note, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So good old molar technique, good old finger control. I'll link to those in the description below as well. 2 classic drills to build up those, which will really help you with this. So that's the shuffle. Have a load of fun with it. Get on your Fleetwood Mac. And also what I've done with all of these styles is prepared a little playlist of songs that have this feel. I'll also link to that below if you have any suggestions for songs which have this sort of shuffle feel that aren't on the list. That would be great to play along to. Let us know. Thanks for watching as always. Really, really, really appreciate it. Please like, share and subscribe. Thanks to everybody who's done that. Thanks to all the lovely people who support this channel by buying me a coffee, a virtual coffee at my Buy Me a Coffee page. I'll link to that in the description below as well if anybody would like to. Thanks so much to all the people who do that. And all the amazing monthly members. Appreciate it so much. Monthly members now for £10 a month are supporting this channel and helping it grow and getting hopefully a load of cool stuff in return. So you get a customized practice plan, you get a complimentary Zoom session, you get a reduced rate on regular drum lessons, face-to-face or Zoom, a whole load of other great features, members, videos, feedback on your drumming, all sorts of stuff like that. I'll basically work with you and help you out as you go along. So all of which linked in the description below. Good luck with your shuffle. Thanks a million for watching as always. See you soon. Cheers.